If you have any money in a bank, or you have credit cards, you have a home loan, or an auto loan, then you need to stick around and watch this entire video because banks are actually tired of paying for our mistakes, or at least that's what they're telling us. Now, I'm going to break down what's happening because what we are now seeing between consumers and the banks, well, it's troubling to say the least. So I'm going to break all this down in just a moment, but all I ask is one thing. It takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates, and now let's begin. So seriously, what is happening right now with consumers and the banks? Well, it's actually very tricky, but it's something that we've known for quite some time. Banks are in a very tough situation. They're trying to lend money to people that need it, but the problem is interest rates are too high. People don't want to borrow the money. Another thing is people are trying to borrow money to buy a home, potentially buy a car, but then the payments, they're too high. They're too expensive, and they take the majority of your money every single month. Well, here's where things are at right now. You go into a bank and you want to take a little bit of your money out. The banks question you. Why? Why do you need it in cash? Why can't you just use your debit card? Well, that's where things are getting concerning because, again, everyone is forcing you to use a card. I talked about this just the other day, that many restaurants are banning cash. You go into a restaurant and you try to give them cash, they tell you, sorry, we do not take $100 bills. Okay, well, here's $250. Sorry, we don't take $50 bills. Do you have anything smaller? What, like a $49 bill? No, I have a $120 and that's it. And so they say, oh, well, we accept all major credit cards. Okay, perfect. Well, here's my American Express. Sorry, we actually don't take American Express. We only take Visa and MasterCard and Apple Pay, right? That's how you can pay us. Well, here's where things are going now. Banks are in such deep, well, not even say it, but banks are struggling so much that they are pushing back. And I want to read you a few comments that I received. Actually, 2 comments, and one I talked to a friend of mine. Listen to what my friend had to say. My friend manages a bank down in California. It's a smaller regional bank. I think there's only like 7 or 8 branches. It's less than 10 branches. But he manages 1 branch. What he told me the other day is this, that his bank will no longer be taking the backseat to payments. Okay? Here's what's going on. He says bank loans or home loans and auto loans have to be paid first. So if you are a customer of his bank, and let's say you have a home loan, but you have all these other loans with other banks and creditors. If you go and pay those first, then you come back and you miss your home loan or you miss your auto loan payment because you're paying all these other credit cards and utility bills and all this other stuff. Well, they are actually going to, again, an auto loan, they're going to try to repossess your car quickly. Not wait 12 to 18 months. No, you miss 1 payment or potentially 2. They're going to try to repossess your vehicle almost immediately because they cannot afford it. This is what he went on to say. He says home loans and auto loans must be paid first and then credit cards will follow. But utility payments, medical bills, and other debts are none of our concern. So again, this is, the reason why I'm not going to say the bank, number one, don't want to get him in trouble. Number 2, this bank seems like it's struggling. Again, I've said this before, regional banks are going to feel the pain pretty soon. Within the next 6 months, regional banks could potentially shut down. We could see dozens of regional banks completely collapse. This is one of those banks that might be on the way out. So again, I'm not going to say which bank it is for obvious reasons, but again, just understand, this is a bank manager saying that they are not taking a back seat. You have to pay your home loan and your auto loan. You have to pay those first. And he understands, and their bank understands, if you have a home loan and auto loan with another bank, pay that first. And then if you got a credit card with them, that better be next. That better be next. Okay, but listen to this one. I think this one's interesting, and this is why I'm telling you, these banks are tired of paying for our mistakes. This person says, and I quote, "A little more than a month ago, I lost my job. And for the past few months, I have just been scraping by on my bills. I called my bank the other day and told them about my situation and that I might be a little late this month on my car payment, one credit card, and a personal loan I have had for 3 years. And the representative said, and I quote, "Sorry, but the bank can't afford to pay for your mistakes." Here's where things went with that. The bank is pretty much saying that she ended up losing her job because of her mistake, not the bank. So figure it out, find the money, and pay the bank their money back. That's what they're telling them. Well, listen to this one. I thought this one was interesting. Had a great conversation with this person, but this person ended up saying, "I got scammed out of $700 this week, and my bank won't do anything about it. Somebody stole my debit card and ran all charges as credit. And the bank says that it's the risk of having a debit card. Seriously, WTF. They won't do anything to help me out with this, and they won't refund my money." So we end up talking, and this person has still not received the $700 that they were out. They were scammed that money, and all because the person that stole the card was able to run it as credit. And again, stores do this all the time. I know a handful of stores that I've went into with my wife's card, and she's given me permission to use it. Obviously, it's just her name on it, but it's the same bank account. Anyway, I go and put it in, and I put in my PIN number. Okay, and I go and put in my PIN number, and it's like, it didn't work. All right, let me try it again. Maybe I messed it up. Put her card in, stick in my PIN number. It doesn't work again. Now I remember, oh, that's right. It's her PIN number. Now I'll try to remember, what is her PIN number? And then they tell me, we can just run this credit. Well, how simple is that? So anybody with a debit card can just run, and again, it doesn't need to be your debit card. You can just run it as credit, as long as the store is okay with it. Interesting times that we live in. But again, banks are tired of our mistakes. Banks don't want to pay because we got scammed out of money. Because somebody sent us a text message that said, "Oh, your bank account is being overdrafted by X amount of dollars," or "Did you authorize the purchase of this $800 TV?" "No, I didn't." And text "no" if you do not authorize, and you text back "no." "Okay, thanks for the thing. This is fraud protection, whatever. Can you please give us your account number, or log into your account using this link, whatever," right? To confirm. You click on the link, you log in. Now they just took all your information, and you didn't know, you didn't realize that was actually not fraud protection. That was a scammer. This is what's happening. Banks don't have the ability, don't have the money to back the decisions that we make. And so now what banks are telling us is, sorry, you messed up. It was your mistake. You are screwed, not us. Give us our money. We're taking that money out of your account. Let's say this person that got scammed out $700. Okay, I don't know when she figured out if there was more charges or whatever. But again, I don't think she's getting her money back. Banks aren't in that position right now. So I just want to leave you with that, because again, this is a troubling situation that we're in. That right now and over the past few years, scammers have gotten very smart at trying to steal your information, steal your identity, and come and take your money. Well, because of the whole pandemic and where we've been, many people aren't that smart. They're more oblivious to what's going on. But scammers, they've been out there working hard, trying to figure out the best way to take everything that you have. So we'll see what happens moving forward. All I can tell you right now is I'll be here every step of the way, and I'll fill you in on all the latest news and updates. But as of today, that is what we know. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.